Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Lucas Skylar Scott from Skylar Scott Studios, and in this video we're going to talk about how revisions on your project work and why they work that way. Ultimately, my goal is to produce amazing content for amazing people and brands and get that content out to the world so that your viewers can enjoy it and feel the great experience of the added value you bring to the table. Offering premium customer experience and making sure that you have the opportunity to ask for changes, adjustments, or revisions on your content is so important to me, and that's why I offer a free editing session after you've received the initial draft, so we can make those adjustments and make sure that this content really does align with your brand and your vision. Once I complete all of my primary edits on your content and deliver the draft for your review, you'll have one opportunity to request any changes or adjustments that you feel will improve the overall quality of the content and improve the look and feel so it really aligns with your brand. You receive one free editing session for me to make any applicable revisions that you want. After the changes are made and I send the final content back, marked as final content, no additional free editing sessions are available on that particular content. Any additional changes that you're wanting once you receive the final content are considered additional revisions and are billable at the additional revision rate, which is my normal post-production rate marked down by 50%. To make sure that you have enough time to look at the content, I offer 72 hours from when you receive the content to look over everything, watch it all, let it simmer, step away, come back to it, show it to friends and family, colleagues, others, and just get feedback on it so that you really have the space and time that you need to think about what changes you want made before you submit the changes. So what qualifies as a revision? We can make revisions on things like audio, video, transitions, and the graphics. Let's take a look at these different areas and what can actually be changed as a revision. Audio. I can add or remove sound effects, adjust the volume of each audio channel or a specific area of the audio. I can even add cool filters on top of the audio, filters like robot voice or old radio, things like that. Anything that you feel would enhance the viewer's experience. What changes can be made to video? Well, we can make changes like the color or warmth or coolness of the image. Also, the speed of the video for the playback, we can slow it down, speed it up for you. Add filters, looks, or cool overlays to enhance the viewing experience. We can add, remove, or even swap footage during the revisions. Now, swapping footage, this does come with one caveat. If we captured the footage during our initial filming session, that's the type of footage that we'll be able to swap. Additional filming isn't included for revisions. So if you get a cool idea after you watch the video and think, man, it would be great if we had this footage of this. Well, if we didn't film it during our first filming session, chances are I don't have the footage. And so swapping it wouldn't be a revision. What you would do in that situation is schedule an additional film day where we come out and film whatever content you're wanting added to the video, and then we can go in and add it once we've acquired the assets. Or potentially we could add stock footage to your video. We have a large library of stock footage and access to new stock footage every single day at no additional charge to you. If you have a very specific piece of footage that you want to added and it's not in our library or available in our resources, additional fees may apply to acquire that footage. How about transitions? Does this count as a revision? It sure does. We can swap transitions, remove the ones that are on there, add new ones. Maybe if there's no transition there at all, you want just a transition added, we can add that in there. I have tons of transitions in my library already built, and they're really easy and fun to use and work with. In certain circumstances, I may not have the transition that you have visualized, and so we can either go with something that I do have that's similar, or if your heart is set on that particular look, we can go and either find that transition somewhere and purchase the plugin for an additional charge, or we can build that transition, and that would be billed as creating a transition, normal post-production time. What about graphics? Graphics are also qualified revisions, so making a change to the way a graphic moves across the screen, whether it fades on, slides on, spins in, anything like that, we can definitely handle that for you. Swapping a graphic altogether, maybe you don't like the logo that we used for one area and we want to change it to a different one. Maybe you have an updated graphic and you just want to use that instead. Changing or swapping a graphic is very easy, and we can definitely do it. If you're wanting us to update a graphic for you, well, that is graphic design, and that is billed at our normal post-production rate. And we can create graphics for you from scratch as long as we have the color palette that you want to use and the fonts and any kind of shapes that are included in your brand. We can do that for you. It's just an additional charge for the graphic design work. Or certainly you can hire a graphic designer, have them create it and send it to me, and I would love to go ahead and add it to your video as a revision. On many projects, a significant significant amount of time is spent on loading, organizing, rendering, exporting, uploading, and delivering the content. The actual revisions themselves, the changes, changing the text, changing a graphic, adjusting the color temperature of the image, or changing the volume, swapping sound effects, that stuff doesn't really take too long. But the loading up the library, getting everything set and in position, and then going through it all, that's the part that winds up taking a while because it's a process. This is especially true for large form content. Any kind of longer videos, just gonna have more time looking through the content, trying to find the spot where we need to make these changes, or making the changes and then rendering it out. So in order for us to offer you a free editing session to perform the revisions, we have to get all of those changes that you want at one time, rather than asking for some changes, waiting for the revision to come back, and then asking for more changes. Because every single time we have to go and load that project up again, and then render, export, and upload it, it takes more time and costs more money. Go ahead and send that to us all at once so we can go ahead and get the changes made and sent over to you so you can distribute it to the channels that you want to. Again, it's not the changes that take a long time, but the process of making the changes and getting the video back out and in your hands. As you can now see, there's a lot of steps in making a change on a production or a video. Well, that's it, guys. Revisions can be easy and fun, and we can get them handled for you. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for more content, and thanks for choosing Skylar Scott Studios for your production. Have a great day.